This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, here on May the 22nd, 2022. And folks, things are getting greasy out there.
Greasier every day.
Greasier every day. Last fall, I had the pleasure of having Michael St. Michael's on the show. And that was interesting.
Yeah.
And we're both involved in a movie together, although we never met. I just have my name on it as a associate producer. But
What movie's that?
The Witches of the Sand, I believe it is. Yep. But nonetheless, and we're both part of oh, it's a James Balsamo movie. Why is that name escaping me? I cameo in it because I sent my footage in. Michael St. Michael's is in it. Cooler Than Hell 2. That's it. Yeah. Michael St. Michael's is in that as well. Folks, we're talking about the Greasy Strangler.
Oh boy.
We have Michael St. Michael's on, and he says that my guest tonight is a total bullshit artist. Oh, we're going to find out the other side of the coin. Folks, I give you the absolutely awesome Sky Elobar. Did I screw that up? Huh?
Correct.
You know what? We've actually spoken before because when I had him on my show, his phone rang 3 times. The first time something to do with a prescription or something was and I just let her record. He's like, yeah. He just shrugged his shoulders. Second time, I think it was somebody trying to sell him something. And the third time, it was you. Something to do with a con, and he says, say hello. You remember that?
No.
It's in the interview. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So
that's hilarious.
He stuck the phone up there.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, so I had a lot of fun chatting with him, and I've now got you on here, and now we can get totally greased up. Yeah, you got the beanie on. I like that. Is there a way I could get one of those?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I find one somewhere.
You're not gonna root through Michael St. Michael's
Probably.
Well, what do you think about the fact he thinks you're a total bullshit artist?
He's trying to flip it on me, but he really is the ultimate bullshit artist.
Yeah.
He tries to flip it on me and make me feel bad, but he's a total bullshit artist. He personifies bullshit artists.
Oh man, I enjoyed this movie, and I wish we had it in our theater here, but this is, people say there's no more ideas in Hollywood anymore. There's ideas, you just got to use your head, and
there's no more ideas in Hollywood. There is, but they're not in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, I seen pictures. I don't know what con you guys were at, whether it was Chiller or whatnot. You and Michael St. Michael's were wearing your pink outfits.
Really? We've never been in the pink outfits at a convention or whatever.
Gee, what was you guys? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought it was.
That may have been someone else wearing the pink outfits.
Okay. All right, maybe I've seen some cosplay. I know you two done cons together.
Oh yeah, those are fun. We're gonna do Mad Monster Party in Phoenix in July.
Phoenix in July? Well, what if Michael St. Michael's says that you're a bullshit artist about that?
Well, we're just gonna have to talk about that because it's booked Our hotels are booked. We're going.
Let me guess, you're both gonna stay in the same room with a big curtain.
Oh God, oh God, no. Oh, God.
I can see it now, like the odd couple.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So when you two do the cons, does it, like, instead of room service, does he just get you to cook him extra greasy food?
Absolutely, man. I'm over there cooking for him.
What do you think of his hair? Like, I
I
got
love
nuts.
it, man. I love it, man. I love it. He's got a big waft of Vidal Sassoon hair.
Yeah. Well, before we talk about any more Greasy Strangler, I would like to get a little bit of your background and what brought you into the industry.
Um, I came to LA. Pretty much when you come to LA, you either get in the industry or you leave. This is where the industry is. So I came from the music industry into the film and TV and film industry in
So,
around 2006.
so you're a musician as well.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
because I was looking through your credits. I know you mostly for the Greasy Strangler, but I noticed you got credited for the Rocker. Gonna say this right now, I have a huge Emma Stone crush. Just gonna say it. Um, but the Rocker, of course, Rainn Wilson played
right.
a less than stable-minded drummer.
It was
But
great.
talk about your experience on that.
I didn't have an experience on it. Some friend of mine who taught Wilson how to play the drums for 3 months, I guess, and who now plays with Kendrick Lamar. He put my name in the credits as a stunt double.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And it's like total bullshit. So that was you know, predating the bullshit artist.
So somebody was a bullshit artist on that film.
Predate. He predated all bullshit artists.
Did you get to meet Emma Stone at least?
I didn't work on the film.
Oh,
He put me in the credits.
why did he put you in the credits then?
I don't know, it was a joke because he thought at the time I looked like Wilson,
Okay.
and he just he got me in the credits as a stunt double. I don't
Michael
makes
St.
no sense.
Michael St. Michael's is calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, well,
Well, you know what? Another film that you're part of playing a mailman, and this film is so underrated,
oh
is
yeah,
Miss March. I love Miss March.
that's great. And I had lines in the film, and they cut my lines, but I'm still in the beginning. So happens in a couple things, where they cut your lines, but they
I
use
got
your action.
I got the film here on Blu-ray too. I had Jeff Mead on here back in
Oh wow.
2019. Yeah, I've got him on Facebook. He was Fireman Rick, I think,
Hmm.
and he was a great guy to talk to. I think Miss March is vastly underrated.
Absolutely. That's genius comedy.
I loved it. I feel bad. One of the leads has passed away. Not Zach Kreger. Trevor Moore passed
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a heartbreaker, man.
Yeah, because he was so good in that film, Of course, I'll never forget Zach Kreger saying he's not supposed to move. He has a back explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, there was so much great stuff in it. So I know the film got poor reviews or whatnot, but I saw it in the theater. I loved it. I was so glad to get him on here. So I'm still in touch with him. I know he raises awarenesses for a lot of causes and whatnot.
Yeah,
Least of those is Trevor Moore's neck.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you play the mailman on that, and too bad your part wasn't bigger, but
That was kind of at the beginning of all this, right out of the music deal.
hmm yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Miss March. Well, what led you to the Greasy Strangler? Because I mean, really, that's kind of what you're known for, and you seem to be proud of it. You're sporting that pink beanie on your head, which I
Yeah,
gotta get one.
I love the movie, and I did do a movie before that with Sam Rockwell called Don Verdeen. That
hmm
is a massively underrated, brilliant comedy by Jared Hess, the brainchild of Napoleon Dynamite.
Love Napoleon Dynamite.
Have you seen Don Verdeen?
I haven't. No,
Okay,
I did interview Ellen Dubin from Napoleon Dynamite, though.
yeah,
Yeah, but no, I haven't seen that one.
that's great. Every time I watch it, I get something more out of it. It's one of those films, and you laugh more and more. Sam Rockwell's role in this is just brilliant.
I got your IMDb up here. I'm going to look into that because
Yeah.
get some more detail on that so other people can look at it as well. Because I'm always looking for different things to watch. And what year did that come out? Come out before? Would you say Miss March or before?
It came out in 2015 because it went to Sundance. That was the first
Okay, I
time
see it.
I'd been to Sundance.
Dr. Stanley, you play.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You went to
And
Sundance. Michael St.
yeah.
Michael's calls bullshit on that. Oh boy, you got a good surrounding cast.
Yeah, that was fun working with those guys.
I mean, you got Amy Ryan, Danny McBride,
Oh yeah.
Will Forte,
Yeah, that's Jared's cast. He cast that.
Leslie Bibb. Yeah, you got some. I never even heard of this film.
I know, there it is. Underrated. Brilliant. It's hilarious.
Well, you know something? I'm always looking for films like that because the
Me too.
problem, yeah, like I remember, not to get off topic, but in 2016, I went to see the movie Everybody Wants Some 9 times, the Richard Linklater film. I
Mhm.
loved it. And we only had it for 2 weeks. I saw it 9 times in that 2 weeks, and I just loved the film. And it's not one of these films that was hyped up. And a lot of times, those are the ones that grab my attention, you know? So I know if I lived in a bigger city like Toronto or something, I'd probably have an opportunity, a greater opportunity to see some of these films, because we didn't even get the Greasy Strangler at our theater.
I don't think a lot of people got it at the theater. It had huge penises in it. Usually that doesn't come to theaters.
No?
No, not here. It doesn't.
Well, Michael St. Michael says that that was not his penis. I'm calling bullshit on that. Do you call bullshit on that?
I think he's not bullshitting at all.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know where the concept of this movie came from, but
It came out of the minds of Jim and Toby Harvard and Jim Hosking.
yeah.
They got in a room together, and Jim had been working on stuff, and they threw ideas around, and they just came up with it. And half writing, where you can tell what Jim wrote, you can tell what Toby wrote.
Well, how did you and how did Michael St. because you guys are great in this together, you know? I mean, no wonder
Thanks.
you guys do cons together, you know? It's like it's just perfect. But you obviously got along really well. It
We do.
yeah. How did you two get cast? Because I think it was genius getting the two of you together.
It was all, the cast was all set when Jim sent me the script, and then he switched gears and dropped the Greasy Strangler character that he picked to play the Greasy Strangler. He dropped that person, and we had to do chemistry sessions to find another guy to play the Greasy Strangler, play Big Ronnie. And we did that for a week or two down in Hollywood at a casting company. They brought everyone in, and we had to go in and back and forth with different people and work with different people. They taped it, and Michael St. Michael won the role.
So why was the other person dropped?
That's a good question. That's a great question. They just switched gears for some reason.
Was that guy a bullshit artist?
No, he's a really great guy, and he's been in a lot of stuff, but they just switched gears and said, you know, we think we're going to look for somebody that's, you know, more not intimidating, but more, what's the word I'm thinking of? Somebody with more maybe charisma or a bigger voice too, and
Or hair going all over the place?
yeah, a more flamboyant image. So we got there, and I did chemistry reads with Patrick Swayze's brother, Don Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
All types of different people came in, and we went back and forth, and Michael got it. He was kind of Jim's pick. Jim thought about him. He met him like years before, and they did a quick search through casting directors to try to find him, and they called him, and he came up, and boom, one of those things, a weird thing.
Well, the telemarketers certainly know how to find him. I saw that firsthand.
For sure. Don't you hate those?
I don't answer them anymore. Don't answer them anymore. But I think Michael St. Michael's does it out of amusement. So how like I know that Michael St. Michael's did this a lot in the film, but for you, how long did it take inside all that makeup?
You mean for the Greasy suit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was hours getting that stuff together, and then getting it off. It was hours. That was a labor of love. That was running a marathon.
I can imagine what it was like for Mike, because I mean, he was in there several times.
Man, he's in it the most, and he was done at the end of the day. I mean, done.
I love the scene shot at the movie theater, because I noticed the poster of one of my favorite movies that was up there. I don't know whether it was actually playing there, because it would have been my pick to see, was Ms. 45. They had that up there. I'm like, I love that movie, you know?
Yeah, these guys love movies too.
Yeah. But you got a lot of odd characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick some names here because I don't know what them right off. But you have one guy that had a pig nose.
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah, that's Oinker, Joe
yep,
Walters.
Joe Walters, Oinker.
Yeah, he was great.
I never got the point. Why did he have his nose like that?
I think he lost his nose, and that was just a cheap prosthetic he could put on.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than going through, you know, really expensive surgery and grafting new skin on, he just went, boop,
Well, it was certainly a creative choice for a character.
I think so. Yeah.
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 So between you and Michael and Elizabeth Durazo, were you guys at all intimidated doing the nude scenes? And how did you, what was your approach?
It's basically taking direction from Jim, the director, and you know, getting into it from there. That's pretty much what it is. It's with Big Ronnie, he's a different character altogether. Leaning on the balcony, you know, looking down at me like he's gonna kill everyone.
Well, I like how you guys seem to fall for the disguise private eye. Like
Yeah,
seriously.
God, that was great.
So,
I heard they were gonna cut that.
well, obviously did.
They didn't, but I heard from through the grapevine that they were going to cut Detective Jody. But I love Detective Jody.
How many takes did it take for you whenever you had to go out in the middle of the rain there in the parking lot in your underwear and just wail?
That was one take, one or two takes. That was quick.
So where did you go in your mind in order to pull that off?
Absolute infuriating torment and anger, pure anger and torment. And yeah, I got amped up before and got into it, and then boom, we did it. I think it turned out pretty well for not working on it all night.
Not bad. No, not bad.
I think that was the last shot of the evening, and we did it like once or twice, and boom.
There you go.
I like that, once or twice.
Now there was another fella I was going to ask. Oh, you weren't in a scene with them. Oh, is it John? You want who's the guy at the hot dog stand?
Oh, that's Mel Cole. He's
Mel.
the hot dog vendor.
Yeah, he's no longer with us, huh?
Yeah, yeah. He died the year, like a month after the Greasy Strangler was released in New York at the premiere at the Nighthawk in Brooklyn. He died, I think, man, I think it was exactly a month after that. He fell over in a mall and they couldn't resuscitate him.
Sorry to hear that because he was great in those scenes with Michael St. Michael's.
He really was, man. He really was. He fit the character perfectly with his tone and his cadence and his, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
I mean, his whole demeanor was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Do you
got into it?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite moment in the film? Like when you watch the movie, just something that just, oh man, I gotta really, really watch.
Probably the one that was probably the end scene that was the scene that was supposed to be the ending of the movie, where that they cut because Michael said, if I do this one more time, I'm going to die. And they said, okay, cut. I thought that would, the way that to end the movie like that would have been just like, we were both naked in the industrial section of LA at 6 a.m. in the morning, and we're running together hand in hand, skipping together hand in hand for like 5 minutes towards the camera, like out of our minds happy. He couldn't do it. We did it once, and Jim said, let's do that again. You guys missed the line. And Michael said, I can't do it again or I'll die. That was it. I'm like, shit, this would be a phenomenal way of ending the movie.
So how many conventions do you guys get to do a year?
You know, this year, in a normal year, this year maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 a year is fine with me. We were supposed to do a convention in Florida, Ocala, Florida, but it turned out to be the guy canceled us at the last minute. We had been in this convention and we had turned down other conventions that month, and he canceled us at the last minute.
Why did he cancel you guys?
He unwound. A week, 2 weeks before, or a week before we were to leave, 2 or 3 weeks before, I asked him a question about transportation and he unwound. He totally unwound and said, canceled. And we had canceled 2 or 3 other conventions in that area.
Uh-huh. So, wow, that's too bad.
It's called Spookala, and I would say I would never ever have anything to do with this guy and his convention again for that. And if it were anyone else in the movie industry, they would sue him, but that's not me.
No,
that's not me. I mean, he's just an absolute
bullshit artist, to put it.
Michael and I were set to go, and he just canceled us and had us on his website for a year.
Wow.
And people were calling me and texting me on Instagram, DMing me saying, why aren't you guys here? Or why aren't you guys coming? But fortunately, that doesn't happen too often. We don't run into those types. So we're going to Mad Monster. We're going to go to a thing in New Jersey and one in Kentucky.
Is it chiller in New Jersey you guys are doing?
I have to look and see what it is. I think it's in Cherry Hill.
I think, yeah, I think that's chiller. Those are big ones too. You guys will meet a lot of people there. I haven't been to those ones. I've heard of them. You see, I'm going to be 50 this year, and I never really started. I lived here my whole life, and it wasn't until 2017 that one of my guests invited me to Toronto to assist her at a horror film convention. And it was the first time I'd ever been in a plane and any of that stuff. And I did it in Toronto. And I fell in love with it. Boy, the convention scene, especially horror film fans, they're so dedicated. They're a cool bunch, and I had a blast. I've done Horrorama 3 times. I did one Toronto Comic Con.
I'd love to come to Toronto. Work it out for us.
You know what? A lot of people have asked me that too. And I am trying so hard. Frightmare in the Falls is another one that I was to last year.
Frightmare, where's Frightmare?
Frightmare in the Falls is in Niagara Falls.
Oh man, I'd love to come.
I'm gonna bring right now. I think they're booked. They got 24 guests, but I'm going to bring you and Michael St. Michael's up to James Ponce, who's one of the promoters. They also are behind other cons in and around there too. So I'll see if I can get you guys hooked up.
Okay.
I think I got Lisa Langlois booked in, I think, knock on wood, on a con this fall. But a lot of people don't listen to me because they just see me as a podcaster. But a lot of my guests see me as an outlet, and I appreciate the confidence. It's just, it's a matter of
never know.
Well, I know Sean Clark is very good at this stuff. I've had Sean on here. Stacy Lee, I haven't spoke to, but I've messaged with her. I know she's into this stuff. So I don't know who represents you and Michael, but just hearing Sean Clark talk about it, it sounds fun but stressful. Yeah, I know
Which
Sean, huh?
who's Sean Clark?
Sean Clark, he does an internet show called The Thing with Two Heads with Chris Nelson, who's an effects
Uh-huh.
artist. You see him on screen in Kill Bill Volume 2. He played the groom, but he's also an effects artist.
Okay.
He's the guy that does horror holograms, where he goes around to all the locations for films. And he's also the one who runs Convention All Stars. He's got a lot of the Walking Dead people and people from
Gotcha.
Halloween and Scream and movies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had him on here. He's the one that got Jamie Lee Curtis in their first convention. So Sean's a great guy. I haven't met him, but I've had him on here a couple times. So
Have
but
them if you come in contact with anyone as far as the conventions, and they say, how do we get a hold of those guys? Have them contact me, and we can set it up together, Michael and I, with them.
you know what? I'll see what I can work out for you guys. Who books you guys now? Do you guys have somebody that does it?
There's a lady, Samantha Osborne.
Okay,
She
I
does
don't know her. I don't know her.
she has a partner, Michael, can't remember his name, but they rep Corey from Slipknot. He goes out to a lot of these, and they rep
Okay.
a bunch of people that are, scream queens, and they've been in it for a long time, and she's booked a lot of our stuff.
Okay. I'll
But
see
I
what
can do it myself.
yeah. I'll see what I can do. I know Eileen Dietz from The Exorcist has asked me, and Bob DeSimone from Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning has asked me. Nancy McLaughlin from Jason Lives has asked me. And it's I hate letting anybody down too, but I just find I don't get listened to. Although they love it when I buy those VIP packages, they seem to like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they love it.
Yeah, but I like to do well by my guests. I really do. And I would love
No, no pressure.
if you and Michael were at a con, I would go see you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then
We have a blast.
I'd find out who the true bullshit artist is.
Absolutely, you'll find out.
So tell me, what was the most doing these cons? This is a question I ask everybody. What's the most unique thing you've ever been asked to sign?
There's not. Nothing really. We sell the beanies
Mm-hmm.
and posters, and do selfies, and then do photo ops later. I haven't really been asked to sign anything unique.
How much of the beat, huh?
Maybe probably the most unique thing, now that I think about it, is fan art. People do drawings and illustrations of us, and they bring them to us and ask us to sign them, which are
Okay.
kind of really, really cool.
How much are the beanies?
I think 40, because
Yeah.
they're handmade.
Are people able to order them from you?
Yeah, when I get some, have them DM me. Because
Okay,
we take them to conventions and sell them out, and then I have to order more. So I got another order coming in here. So have them DM me if they want one.
actually, I want one. I'll DM you. You got a PayPal? You got a PayPal?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've sent them to Dubai.
Yeah.
Fans in Dubai are Greasy fans, and they want beanies. And I sent them over there, and they never got them.
Oh, wow.
They got. I guess they went through, what do they call that? The X-ray machine. And these guys in Dubai are looking, and they see the word Greasy, and they're like, "No, this isn't coming through."
Well, I'll order one from you. Absolutely, Yeah. But no, I'd love to meet you guys at a con. That would be a blast.
Jim Hosking and I came to Calgary.
I've never been to Calgary.
Yeah, we did a big film festival up there for his Beverly Loughlin film that I was in.
Okay.
And they put us up in the Intercontinental Hotel, and we had food and drinks, and we did Q&As for that movie. But Calgary's a ways from you, huh?
Yeah, it is a little bit away. I'm going to ask you about some of your other films here. I Do Until I Don't.
That's a Lake Bell film, and I had a role in that they cut the whole thing.
Oh.
But I still get paid.
Well, I notice Amber Heard is in this. She's going through. Speaking of bullshit artists, she's going through that right now.
What?
Between her and Johnny Depp online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's like drill a hole in your head, get a vacuum cleaner, and suck your brains right out of your head. God, can't stand it.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
The
only thing I can take. Hello?
Yep.
The only thing I can take is when they're talking about wine, and he's talking about like the wine he's drinking, because I'm really into drinking wine. I'm like, what is he drinking? What's this dude drink?
Well, I was looking at some of these other films. I haven't seen any of these, but I'm definitely curious about some of these independents. Candy Corn looks like it would be right up my alley. I'm a big PJ Souls fan. I love PJ Souls.
Yeah, I do too, and I like Tony Todd and that's a good movie. It's Josh Hasty's first movie.
Okay.
And it's his really, really great effort, and it's got John Carpenter written all over it.
Well, it looks like it would be something I'd be interested in. Tell me, well, for those listening, I did watch the trailer, but tell us what the movie is about and your role in the movie.
My role is kind of an odd dude who's just comes into the picture, who's like looking for kicks and looking to do something crazy. And there's this group of bullies that are planning on bullying this kid, and because they do it once a year, they go and they bully him. And I want to get in on this. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it involves a really circus of oddballs, a literal circus. My friend Poncho is playing Dr. Death.
Okay.
And there's magic involved, there's supernatural feats involved, and there's a monster involved, and I'm the first person dead in this whole thing.
What? You don't get to make it to the end?
No. The first kill is always the best because they remember you.
Okay.
And they're like, oh no, they killed Gus. Oh wow.
And they didn't bring Michael St. Michael's into this movie.
No, thank God. Because then everybody thinks it's a greasy reunion, And
yeah, but as
there'll be time for that.
You guys could fight back if you're the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah. The Greasy Strangler meets, the monster.
There you go.
That was good though. That's a good movie. You should watch it, man. I think it's on Showtime.
Is it? Okay. I've got to check that one out. I did watch the trailer to it. I love PJ Souls and she's in it.
Me too.
Yeah. What's she like? I take it you worked with her.
She used to be represented by my previous agent, and
Okay.
she's, you know, she's famous for, you know, Halloween and uh, other stuff too. But she got fan mail at the agency, and people used to send in money all the time for her to get to sign stuff and to, wow. I thought, wow, that's cool.
Well, you also, of course, you mentioned earlier an evening with Beverly Loughlin. You get to, I mean, you got Plaza in this, who's really coming in out of her own.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now this,
yeah.
talk about this film.
It's Jim's sophomore effort, and it's totally different than the Greasy Strangler. I mean, I don't know how you do a follow up to the Greasy Strangler, Greasy 2. I don't know how you do that, but An Evening with Beverly Loughlin is a really oddball film. You know, there's a romance in it. There's unrequited love. There's weird DJs and weird music and hijinks, and it's a different thing than the Greasy Strangler. It's really great though.
I don't see Michael St. Michael's in this one.
He was supposed to be in it as the bartender, and he couldn't, for some reason he couldn't make it.
Well, you're supposed to go pick him up.
He had a flight and everything. He couldn't go. So they took the sound man, played Michael St. Michael's role.
Ah.
So that was his shot to get in An Evening with Beverly Loughlin. But it's really great film. You'll love it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that one in mind as well. And then you got Backroads. I mean, you got Jennifer Morrison, Juliette Lewis, Nicola Peltz. You got some really good people involved in this.
Yeah,
Robert Patrick.
I worked with Alex Pettifer in that.
Okay, yep, I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, and he acts in it, he directs it, and he produces it.
Talk about your role in this film.
I played an autistic guy
Mm-hmm.
Who works in a supermarket with him and really has a close relationship with him and really looks up to him, and he wants to help him, and he wants they work together in the grocery store, and he really has a oh, there's your puppy, Kitty.
This is my kitty Skittles.
Kitty.
Skittles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they have a really odd but endearing relationship in the grocery store, and you got to read the synopsis. It's based on a New York Times best-selling book called Backroads, and it's really out there, And Alex is phenomenal in it.
Skittles wants to know, between you and Michael St. Michael's, who has the most treats.
I have the most treats. He doesn't have any treats at all. All he has is a big vat of duck grease in his kitchen.
Skittles like, oh gee, you grossed me out. And he had another one I was going to ask about too. We're going to get these ones out there because I'm definitely interested. Under the Silver Lake.
That was a great film. David Robert Mitchell, his second, actually it's his third film, but it's the one follow up to It Follows. You saw It Follows, right?
I haven't, but you know what? I've definitely heard good things about it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
great.
did. Yeah.
And Under the Silver Lake is much different. It's a whole other beast that takes you on a real trip with Andrew Garfield, and um, that's something you should watch.
Okay.
And I've got a little cameo in that with Andrew Garfield in the
Oh, what was
bookstore.
that like?
Great. It was fun working with him for a day.
There
Really
you
fun.
Well, I don't know how much you could talk about these films here, but you got Two Lives in Pittsburgh where you got a top billing here.
That's another one I did in Pittsburgh. It's a LBGTQ movie about a really heartfelt story about a little kid who's a transgender kid who gets bullied in school
Hmm.
badly, and how dealing with that and how to face that. Really, I think it's a breakthrough movie, and I played a pretty good role in there. Pretty tasty role. You'll get a taste of me.
And another one you have that's currently in the works is Local Haunts.
Yeah, we're just putting that together, trying to get money for it. It's written. It's another one. I'm right up there. In the whole movie as this kind of a ubiquitous loner type dude who sees everything and who knows everything, and they know he knows everything, and they just kind of let him be a seer type guy in this movie. But it's three female vampires that end up in this small town, and they're trying to exist. It's really a good. It's. I think it's an interesting beach vampire movie with a '60s type twist, that kind of campy '60s type thing.
There you go. There you go. So what do you think about the cult following that the Greasy Strangler has gained, Because you never know what films are going this is going to happen with.
Yeah. I was thinking at the beginning when we did it, and up till the time Jim emailed me and said, "We're in Sundance. We got in Sundance," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" I just thought it was going to be something I did that's like there, and it's good. We put 5,000% into it. I didn't think it would turn out and snowball like this, where every day more and more people are getting into it. It's turning into something really different for people.
Do you get recognized on the street for it?
I not really. In Hollywood, some people that are in the industry recognize me for Beverly Loughlin and other stuff, Under the Silver Lake, but never really the Greasy Strangler out
Oh,
here.
wow.
It's all right.
Is there going to be a sequel to the Greasy Strangler?
God, I hope so. And I hope it's 1,000 times better. You know,
So how often do you get to see Michael St. Michael's?
I just saw him the other day. We had coffee. I live 15 minutes from him.
Oh, okay. You guys are in the same vicinity. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Long Beach. I'm in, the Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach area.
I thought you said was going to say you were in Short Beach.
I don't know.
He's in Long Beach or in Short
Yeah,
Beach.
yeah. But we had coffee and hung out, and it was great.
Did he put grease in his coffee?
What did he put in his coffee? Yeah, I think he did put a little cream in his coffee. Yeah, I put oat milk. He put.
Do you have any charities that you're involved with that you would like to promote on here?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. Okay. And you you have a web page that you want to plug on here that people can find you?
Just my Instagram is Sky Elobar,
Mm-hmm.
and Twitter Sky Elobar, and Facebook Sky Elobar, and then my IMDb .me/Sky Elobar.
Okay.
Go to my IMDb, so have people go to the IMDb to see what I'm up to and what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah,
What's
that's
in,
what I've been on here now. Yep.
Thanks, because that says pre-production, which means, oh, he's going to do this or that.
We're waiting for you and Michael at another con. I gotta get one of those beanies. I like that.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to. Yeah, when you get a new shipment of them, let me know. I'll order one.
Coming tomorrow.
Are they? Okay, I'll order a beanie.
Handmade.
Handmade.
This is hand stitched. That's why they're so expensive. It's not junk. It's really well done, and it will last forever.
So does Michael wear one at the cons?
He does. He has his original one that he got at Sundance. It's all faded.
Oh, it's all faded?
Yeah.
He doesn't let it cover up all of his hair, does he?
Probably.
How does somebody? I'm losing all my hair. How does he get that? I want to know that right there.
I think he glues it on.
I guess. Well, you know what, Sky? It was great having you on here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, Greg.
I've got Michael on Facebook. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind adding you if you're all right with that.
Yes, please do.
I find it funny that Michael shares the same real name as another Michael.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
I had a talk with him about that.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody does.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it was wonderful having you on here today, and I'm glad your dog is healing. Obviously
you.
you're a pet lover, as I am as well. We all love our pets, but
Dogs, grapes, and disco.
disco. Do you have a favorite disco band?
I always go to the Tramps.
Nice.
The Tramps were a live disco band. They didn't use like fake drums. They were a live, like with a rap band, The Roots.
Mm-hmm.
It's a live band, great musicians. The Tramps were a live disco group. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did
So,
music on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack as well. I love that movie.
I
Speaking of,
love the Bee Gees. I love the Bee Gees.
oh yeah,
I
Saturday Night
mean,
Fever is one of my favorite movies. Speaking of
oh yeah,
which, what do you think of that little dance that Michael St. Michael's did in that movie?
loved it.
Was that improvised? Did he just come up with that
Yeah,
on
that
his
was
own?
improvised, and you'll never ever see anything like that ever again. And you have never seen anything like that. That's what's so great about it, right? With the
Yeah,
spotlight. And where did you ever see that?
I never did. I love it. I love it.
That's genius.
That is genius. Well, Sky, it was wonderful having you come on here. I'm so happy when you got back to me and we were able to put this together.
Thanks for understanding. And
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what? It happens. I've had to reschedule people before, and like I said, we all love our pets. We all like to take care of our pets, and obviously, your dog is very lucky to have an owner like you that cares
thank
for
you.
him. Yeah. What kind of dog is he?
It's a little Maltese. He's downstairs, or I'd have him up here. I usually do.
Yeah, is he a fan of the Greasy Strangler?
He loves it. He loves
Yeah.
it.
Has he met Michael St. Michael's?
Oh, a million times.
What does he think
It's
of his hair?
He loves it, and he's always, I say to Coco, that's his name. I say, Coco, do you love the Greasy Strangler? And he barks. He loves them.
Oh yes. Well, I love the Greasy Strangler here, and I got this nice Blu-ray here, and
Oh, boy.
yeah, I enjoyed this. This was something I just kind of discovered. You know, it didn't come to our theaters. I think I saw this in uh, a store, one of the record stores that sells Blu-rays, and something I just kind
The
of looked
best
up.
way, right?
Yep. Well, it's how I discovered the Canadian film Dead Dicks, which was hilarious. You know, I just
Ah,
found it in the store, and it just jumped out at me, and it's
yeah.
like, and I'm always out trying to find something that's different, you know, something that is insane. And of course, I was very pleased with this. It's a very different viewing experience, but I like it. And yes, I'll Frightmare in the Falls is all booked up. I think we got 24 people, I guess, coming to that. But I'm gonna
But
bring,
you never know. Someone might cancel.
you know what? I will bring you up to James Ponce and see
Thank
what we
you.
can make happen, because
Thank you.
yeah, I loved helping my guests. I'd love the chance to meet them, and I never know. I don't have a passport right now, but it's like, when will I get to the States? You know, I work at a hospital, so it's hard getting time off as it is. I'll be lucky
Yeah.
to get the cons in Toronto this fall, but nonetheless, before I let you go, would you mind doing a plug for my show?
Sure, man. What do I say?
Just state your name, and that you were what, Little Ronnie and Greasy Strangler, and say you're listening to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise.
So, hi, I'm Sky Elobar, Big Braden on the Greasy Strangler, that kind
Mhm.
of thing.
Yeah, I forgot your big break. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that you're
You
listening
ready?
to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Sky Elobar, Big Braden of the Greasy Strangler, and you're listening to Greg Gilbert of Python's Paradise.
Absolutely. And by the way, just as a last thing, who's the bullshit artist?
Big Ronnie's the bullshit artist.
He said you were the bullshit artist.
He's the bullshit artist.
He said that's bullshit.
I think I'm gonna barf.
I love you guys. Thank you for this movie, you know, and yes, I'll definitely order a beanie. You know, I
Thank
gotta get
you.
one of those. Absolutely.
Talk soon, Greg.
God bless you. Thank you so
Peace.
much. Absolutely. Peace to you too.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.